My name is Brandon Chastain. They call me B.McFly. B.McFly stands for being motivated, comes from loving yourself. I am a sober messenger, a motivator, a content creator, an activist, and just, I don't know, man, I'm just here for the community.
I'm interested in knowing how you became Brandon Chastain to B.McFly. Can you take us through that journey?
Yeah, I grew up in West Philadelphia, rough stop. You know, my mother had me at 14, father had me at 16. Both were addicted to crack cocaine. So, you know, within 5 days of my birth, after 5 days of me being born, my grandmother just took me in. She raised me, and my grandmother had a husband, but he was very abusive, very, very, very abusive. But he was the only man that was in my life. Even going outside of what I'm experiencing inside the house, neglect from my parents and abuse from my grandfather, but also growing up in a tough environment. You know, in school, in the community, fighting every day, people getting shot, going to school, fights in there, and, you know, the school district being terrible. So it just all plays a part in where I grew up at. Unfortunately, but fortunately, my mother got sober in 1993, and the day that she got sober was the day that I moved with her, and I started selling drugs for her. So I'm like, damn, Ma, I really thought you were off drugs. And she no, I make too much money. So now I'm selling drugs for my mother, and this is how we got connected. And then she got locked up, and she totally changed her life around, completely. And me and my mother finally lived together for about 7 years. Then I went off to college. I graduated from Lincoln University May 2nd, 2004, and I got shot July 4th, 2004, and my life turned around. I was in the hospital for a week, and in the process of me being in the hospital, I was taking something called morphine. They said take this pill, this drug called Percocets, every 6 hours or as needed. I went from taking Percocets for the physical pain to taking Percocets for the mental pain to taking Percocets to function. And that's how it changed my life. And for 14 years of my life, I was addicted to Percocets. I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to die. Because I felt like, listen, man, I'm no good to me. I'm no good to my community. I'm no good to my children. God, I can't take this pain of the withdrawal. Please, just get me out of here. But I kept waking up. So in the process of me waking up, it's you know what? I need to just go get help. So I went to rehab January the 21st, 2018. I got out. But in the process of me being there for, 30 days, I said, I'm going to be the top motivator in the world and a sober messenger. I'm going to get on social media and do something that's never been done. And that's transparency on a level that's embarrassing.
Why are you so transparent about that? Considering that it's very hard for men, or it's not acceptable for men, to be as transparent as you are, especially for men of color.
I think, that's the reason. When I was in rehab, I knew that this wasn't going to be easy. This is not an easy process, right? But I had to pick out of the two. They're going to laugh at me, but I'd rather you laugh at me because I'm getting the help than to laugh at me because I need help. Somebody that don't know me is not going to look at me and think about what I did in the past. The only thing they're going to judge me on is the story that I'm giving them. And then the other people want to follow suit. So that's why I wanted to be transparent.
Do you ever go out into the community and talk to young people about your experiences and to help them? Can you talk a little bit about your on ground work?
Yeah, feet always on the ground. Feet is on the land. And they have to see, it's all the senses have to all match. You hear it, but let me see it. And when you see it and hear it, and then you feel the vibration coming from a real person that's next to you, it's like, nah, man. You know how you had that intuition, like, nah, they lying. Nah, you feel it. Like, nah, this kid is the truth. This man's telling the truth. Now, the hard part about this, you may have some people that's not trying to be receptive. So you have to be mindful of your approach and not forcing yourself on people. But you can still speak on social media. That's the beauty of social media. It gave me an opportunity to speak to the masses without giving them a direct message. The more reposts you get, the more shares you get, the more, yo, I was looking this, do you know this guy right here? That helped me out a lot. So if I'm not speaking to you directly, I'm speaking to you indirectly, you still feel it.